I talked a little deeply about my aversion from stories on transgender rights and issues. And it's not because transgender people don't have rights and don't have issues. It's just, it's one of those that I want to be the spouting talking head, just yelling things out in the world to get people paying attention and not be authentic in my actual thoughts and process of it. I want to cover this as a truly news issue, although I'm not a true news person at the moment. I'm more commentary. And we have covered this story before. We have talked about this over and over again because it's a sports story as well. It's a rights story. It's a sports story. It goes all over thing. I got a little deeper into the sort of whys when we did the clip last week on Win or Lose, the new Pixar story, the Pixar series that eliminated the mention of a transgender's pronouns, essentially. Not quite wiping the character away, because you couldn't do that, but taking away the transgender storyline in a sense. And those folks weren't happy about this one. People for this story that aren't happy happen to be the people playing on the team with a transgender member of their team. And because of that, we are going back, and we covered the story a few times. So we're going back to San Jose State University and their volleyball team, their women's volleyball team, where 7 team members are going to the transfer portal as if they were football players to go find another get, because they're just tired of dealing with what they dealt with this past season. Upheaval following the season marked by controversy with the inclusion of a transgender athlete whose name is Blaire Fleming. 7 players are in the transfer portal because they intend to leave this program. That full season for last year, for 2024, plenty of challenges, multiple match forfeitures, including big opponents, Boise State, Wyoming, Utah State, and Nevada. They just weren't going to play due to the presence of a transgender player. They weren't going to play SJSU. And these forfeitures actually heightened the tensions between how things are going on in sports and disruption itself in the Mountain West Conference. That conference wasn't doing so great with some of the teams in play. Having this as an issue didn't do them any favors. And it got even worse. Co-captain Brooke Slusher and assistant coach Melissa Battle Smoothie, I'm totally butchering that one, Battle Smooth, joined a lawsuit against the NCAA and their university. They play for the team. They work for the team. They're suing that team and the association for a Title IX rights violations, claiming that they were not informed about Fleming's gender identity at birth, and this was a thing. Badly Smooth was suspended after filing that complaint, as one would think. Slusher got to keep playing as things get going along. The head coach of the team, Todd Kress, described the season as one of the most challenging of his career and cited the forfeiture of matches, increasing security measures, and internal team conflicts as the causes that gave him the most headaches. Despite all the obstacles, they actually managed to reach the Mountain West Conference Championship, faced another deal when they got there. The team they were supposed to play up front forfeited from the bat, and then they got bounced from the competition in the next later round. The departure of these 7 players, which made basically half the team itself, shows the roster needs a big overhaul for the upcoming season. The university acknowledged the players' decisions and stated in a quote, "Students athletes have the ability to make decisions about their college athletic careers, and we have the utmost respect for them. Highlights will come. More news will come. They'll have to fill the story out. Next year, we'll see if Fleming's still playing, which is the main point of contention for this whole deal. It's one of those things where it would solve a lot of stuff if that one player would leave. But the one player believes she has the rights to be there, so she's going to be there. Whether you believe so or not is not the point. SJSU lets her play. She is on the team to play. The players who aren't happy with it are leaving. It doesn't fix a problem. It makes a story keep going. And as I said, I'm not dealing with this as a what do I think kind of issue. This is a reality issue. This is exactly how things are going down, and how they progress is based on what the school wants to do going forward. Your comments, your concerns, your gripes at me for covering the story or not covering it enough or not covering it the way you want to are all welcome.